All right. This is just an ad hoc interview with Mr. Michael Chambers. Again, this is Kevin Hood. We're in beautiful Dallas. I came out here, well, for something else, but at the same time, I came to check my friend, Michael Chambers. He moved out here a while ago with his family, and he got into the real. He's been in the real estate game for a little bit with a rental in Tennessee.
That's right, various places, Ontario, Tennessee. Have a rental property there, and had an opportunity of getting a fix and flip, my first fix and flip in Decatur, Georgia.
Decatur, Georgia. So what made you go out there?
Well, my sister, she's a real estate agent over there, and she brought this opportunity of getting a home, 800 square foot home for $150,000. Opportunity to try something, small size home. Three bedrooms, 1 bath. So I said, let's give it a try. You know, sometimes when you get an opportunity, you're nervous. I was nervous.
Okay,
but I took it.
So now you have your first flip done. You're almost done, right? You're about to put it and list it.
That's right.
So what would you say some of the lessons that you've learned being a first-time fix and flip? Maybe specifically in Atlanta or not, anything you want to give advice to on what not to do or what to do you would have done now knowing you've done it, and you know how to improve the process for the next one?
Well, first thing I think I would have done differently is, of course, actually setting my own eyes and looking the place before actually moving forward and buying it. Because
honestly, to me, I don't think that's necessary.
Okay.
I don't think it's necessary. As long as the numbers are right, and you know the numbers really well and the area and what the after repair value is going to be eventually, I don't think you need to. I bought many houses that I've never seen.
Okay, and I hear you. Great perspective.
Even the project we're working on right now.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I think you need to have a big buffer on what the profit margins are. Okay. So if you do get there eventually after and see, oh, I didn't know this and this was wrong, you still have room to come out above.
Yeah.
But then again, that's his advice. Put your eyes on it, maybe as a first time.
As a first timer, I think it is a first timer. You're a seasoned veteran.
I don't know about seasoned.
Oh, you've done a lot more.
No, but I've read a few books about investing from a distance. I think that David Green has a book or something from Bigger Pockets, and they say that like for you to scale and move, you can't go see everything.
Yeah.
But if you know exactly what you want, you can get others to go see and search and find these properties for you.
And exactly. Yeah. You're a seasoned veteran, you have those others to see the property.
No, the only reason I say that, because I've done it a few times.
Yes, there you go. But
I bought a few times. I was nervous.
You have others.
But it worked out.
And exactly. Okay. And thank you for sharing your nugget. I'm so glad that you shared your nugget.
But just so you know for next time. So what else did you say?
But definitely
lessons learned
in regards to what you asked me. I'm providing my feel of lessons learned.
No, I'm saying I'm just saying this is your point. I'm just saying from my point of view, I don't agree.
Yeah,
we could disagree, right?
Yes.
We could disagree.
Yeah,
all right, cool.
Yeah.
Next point.
So, I'll be honest with you. I don't think there's many lessons learned because I had I really had a good plan. So when it was come to executing, I actually was able to execute on the plan that I put together. So
so you would probably advise creating that plan. So maybe give us a little rundown on what you had in the plan and how you took time to create, and if you got any help or how'd you go about creating this plan?
So pretty much you're working backwards. When do you want to have the house up for sale for? So that was my target date. And from that I worked backwards, saying that we have to have the exterior house painted by this time. We want to have the interior, everything in the interior done by this time. Materials ordered by this date so the installers could come in. Demolition done by this time so the electrician could come and start wiring and take the back duct work and so forth. So once you had that plan, it made it easier in regards to executing. But I was still nervous.
Oh, of course you can be nervous.
I was still nervous regardless.
That's a lot of money you're putting up.
You got it.
A lot of money you're putting up. So what was your timeline from start to finish?
So it was 3 months.
3 months, that's very good.
3 months.
Very good.
So as my first time.
Our fix and flip took way longer.
But
then again, but the thing is, a good point, you were there every day seeing the contractors pushing. We were trying to do it from a distance, which becomes a little harder. You being there can move things a little faster until you have a team you could trust to get it done.
Good point.
And bring it to the finish line.
And you know what? And that building relationships and being there, being present, I also learned a lot, and I was glad to be there and just being part of the community, being in Decatur, Georgia, and just
So
speaking
now
to the
you even learn
neighbors.
other areas that you could possibly go invest in now.
You got it. I know
Yeah.
that area. I've been there. I was living there for 3 months, and just being with the people. You know, they come and feeding me Southern soul foods, fried chicken, collard greens, mashed potatoes.
Oh, I don't do no deaders on this side.
Shoot,
No
but-
deaders on this side.
Hey, but that's what you get when
I
you're
know,
there
I know,
and you're making a change and a difference in the community. You know.
But that is true because I've heard from many people, especially like Beyond Win, even Kelsey Ross, the relationships are big.
Yeah.
So you got to develop those relationships.
Exactly.
Especially if you want to start doing things in a community, you need to start meeting people and really seeing the people who live there and what they need, what their interests are, to understand how you could create something that would work within the community.
I don't have to
come
worry
and
about
try to
that.
change it.
The community is looking over my house. They're watching. They have my number. They will call me if anything happens. I actually like being there and being around people who actually speak with people. Sorry, we changed the topic, but it's letting you know in regards to the vibes
we're talking.
that, you know, me living in Dallas in the city, I don't think if your car breaks down and you had to go pick up your car at the mechanic, majority of the people here in Dallas, in a major city, will take an Uber to go get their car or whatever the case may be at their mechanic. But of course, it felt like the olden days being there with my neighbor come knock on my door. My neighbor knock on my door. Yo, can you give me a ride to the mechanic? I said, man, of course. I stopped work, jump in my car,
That's what's
take.
nice about a small town,
Yeah.
people who know each other, because they're willing to go. Because if you needed help, you should come and knock on my door, and I'll drop you up the road. So it's
got
no
it.
big thing.
No big thing. So that was great to be around that, you know.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point. So just getting a sense to understand the community and being a part of the community.
Yeah.
That's a very good point because you can go further. Because especially I always learn from the Kelsey I do a lot with. He knows enough people in the community. People come up to him now and offering houses because they see what he's doing, what he's doing in the house. You know, so opportunities are just coming because you're creating those relationships.
Relationship. That's one thing exactly. And they say networking is really important. That's when blessings come out of the sky by you speaking to people, because doing this fix and flip, there's a point when your money gets tight, you know, and you're saying, damn, we're going to get this money, we're going to get that. And I'm telling you, just by you speaking and networking people, the discount just comes, and God just provides, and it just comes.
It's true.
So there's a amount of stories I can share in regards to how it just comes of multiple blessings where, damn, thank you, shoot. You know?
So, but now, okay, so that's Atlanta, Georgia. Tell me, you have another place in, is it Tennessee or?
Yeah, Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee. So tell us a little bit about that market, how that came about, why you decided to buy out there. Just, you know, how did that come about?
It's crazy because how we ended up being in the States is started off with my son. We sent our son, Michael Jr., to a prep school in Tennessee, little place called Bell Buckle, the Webb School. Look it up, it's pretty good. They have a lot of good players that go D1, NBA, Keon Johnson. So they're really academic, strong, focused academic, and of course athletic. So we sent to that school, and he just needed a place for himself to step away from living on their campus. So every time we went to go watch him play basketball, and stay at a hotel. Hotels were so expensive. I said, it doesn't make sense. I'm spending a lot of money on hotels every time I'm coming here. Let me just get a house. And that house, I'm telling you, we purchased was dirt cheap.
That's such a good idea, like to
Dirt
think
cheap.
about, instead of spending money on a hotel, let me buy a house. Not many people think that way, you know.
Bought a house. And I just walked in. I'm telling you, the house was not expensive at all. And you know, in Toronto, in order to get put down on a house, you got to have probably $10,000 and pay them up front. The lady just said $50 to hold the house. I said, $50? Pass my check back.
I'd have been like, here's 100. Give it to
You gotta, and I was thinking that I should have done. Say, here's two. I want to.
But even if you lose your $50, it's like, okay, for a house?
Dollars.
Wow. That's like so interesting to see like the opportunities that are there, and it's just simple. Say, you know what, let me just look and see.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, the thing is like, I know we're from Toronto and then Dallas is like, we're thinking these more expensive places, but there's so many places in like the States and in Canada, different areas that are way cheaper.
The key thing, and I'm going to share it to people what we've done, because at that time we were still living in Canada. How we were able to finance this home is that we bank with Scotia Bank. Scotia Bank, of course, has a division here in the United States. So they will use your credit score in Canada. If you, of course, if you're able to, if you look good, you're good. They'll be able to finance the home through Scotia Bank USA.
Nice.
So
Oh,
that's
Scotia USA.
You got it, because
But does that hit on your Canadian credit?
they'll use your Canadian credit.
No, but is it listed on your Canadian credit?
What do you mean by that?
That mortgage. Like if you go look up your Canadian side credit, is that
Yes.
mortgage listed? Oh, okay.
Yes.
You're using it from the US side.
You got it.
So
But the
you-
funding is from the USA
You
side.
still
but
have
usually
that mortgage on that side?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. When it
But
comes
but
up.
the tenant, we're renting it out. So
Oh, you're renting it out.
the mortgage is pretty much $600 a month. And I rent it out for it was like 16.
Jeez.
So I'm
the
thankful.
mortgage
I'm
is
thankful.
$600 a month, and you're renting it out for $1,600.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice.
So I
So
can't complain.
when that mortgage comes up, you're gonna renew it on that the same. It might just be easier, or you're gonna switch it.
I'm not sure what we want to do, but we're going to keep the home for one of the kids. So we just said we want to have one home for each for the kids. I'm not here. I'm just want to just make sure that the kids have something.
Yeah, but I think that's why we all do it. So it's
Not
something
everybody
to
do it
pass
that way.
down.
Not if everybody would do it. Not all, we all do. We all don't do it.
Yeah. Oh
But-
no, I'm saying I think the people who are like
Doing it.
we
We understand it.
understand that we're trying to build
Okay.
some assets, build some equity, build something that we could pass down. Because
Exactly.
just when we're growing up, we're not expecting nothing to be passed down. We never expected anything to be passed down.
Well, and you're right, because our parents didn't know that. We all know.
No, but when we know, we need to do better for the next generation.
That's correct. And now that's why we know, and we're going to ensure the people that do know. Not everybody knows.
True. That's true.
People that do know.
That's true. So what's the next move now? Sorry, before I go to the next move, you sell property in Canada?
No, I sold
Okay.
that.
So what's the next move now?
So the next move is
If this sells, you get your number you're looking for.
right now I live in Dallas, Texas, downtown, in the city, and I'm feeling that we now understand and know more of Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas. We've been living here for now 2.5 years. Now I want to find my own homestead. I want to find my own place, and I want to pretty much do what I did in Georgia and find a beater up and fix it up, because I was quite impressed in regards to what I did over there. So I was saying, damn, I got the courage. I can do it for myself. So that's going to be the next step. When that house sells, I'm going to be finding my homestead.
That is true. I'm in the same process myself, trying to reno the house we're living in
Yeah.
to exactly how we want it. In the same place, but just, we need to make it bigger, more rooms, more space, different,
It's definitely something I would do again. It wasn't easy. I'm telling you, I want to get myself involved. So I got grime and dirty, and I actually did the demolition. I actually, every time I knock a wall, I see cockroaches fly all over the place. I tell you, I put up with that. I had to go. The homes in Georgia had a crawl space. So basically, the house had a small little basement, and it was like a crawl space. So you had to open it up and crawl through the basement. And I'm telling you, that crawl space, I stood there with a flashlight for let's say 20 minutes looking at that crawl space to build my courage to go in that crawl space so I could see what the problem is with my own eyes.
What are you doing? Trust me. 'Cause I
wanted
have
to
a
see.
property in China, but it has a crawl space under the house where they have HVAC and stuff. A lot of people don't want to go under there.
Nobody want to go, yeah.
So many people.
Yeah, I can understand why.
I got 6 to go install something for me there.
Yeah.
And he told me, yo, I didn't know I had to go into the crawl space. I'm going to charge you more for that.
Yeah.
A lot of people
don't want to
do
go in
that.
there. But I'll be honest with you, but once you get the courage, you can go in there, then it becomes.
Oh, man.
So I was able to go down with ease.
You ever suit on?
No spiders.
Oh,
Spiders
my
everywhere. Spiders
goodness.
everywhere. That's.
So will you do that again?
Yeah. I put on my hazmat suit. I'm prepared. I go in there.
I'm not doing that, yo.
So
I'm not
it's
doing that, yo.
it's something that
It's not because I'm lazy.
no. It's some people do it.
I'm not doing
God,
that.
it's not for everybody.
No, it's
It's not for the weak.
It's not for me.
It's not for the weak.
It's not for me.
So
It's not for me.
Yeah.
I don't know about the week, but not for me.
It's not for the weak. You're weak. You can't go in.
No, I'm not
It's
doing
scary.
that. No. I could honestly, I could do it, but
There
I'm
you
not
go.
doing it. I'm gonna pay somebody else to do that.
Exactly.
Maybe
But
I'll hire you to do it for me.
But you know, it was crazy. And the reason why there was a small delay is there's a crawl space. The previous people who owned the home, apparently there was a big hole that they sealed up before I bought it from them.
Yeah, tell them what you did.
They were
And we should take a poll
urinating,
if
doodling
anybody watching would do this.
into that hole.
You hear them people peeing and doodling into a hole, and what'd you
There
do?
was animal feces. Well, I had to. Nobody, no plumbers, no electrician didn't want to go in there until I have to call a company who will come and clean up the whole place.
Some biohazard.
The biohazard company come clean up the whole place and lay down new plastic. So that, of course, was expensive. I wasn't expecting, and that was crazy. But I'll be honest with you, I watched them what they did, and the amount of money I paid. I said to myself, I could have done that. You say that,
I would have paid it.
but shoot,
I would have paid it.
it's not for the weak.
But Mike, you would have really done that?
Huh? Yeah, I would have masked up. You won't. I'll be having a proper mask.
How you doing?
But yeah, but it's a great opportunity. If I do it again, yeah, I'd definitely do it again. And you just get better and better and better at it. And now, of course, I want to, of course, start overseeing. So now at least I have an understanding. I laid up
Yeah, so you want
sheetrock.
to be like general contractor.
Yeah.
You know what to do. You doing this.
You gotta know what to look for. For this first one, I just wanted to get my hands on. So if I now deal with any other contractors, I can see the work. I know what the work is, what should be done and so forth, because I had all my eyes on it.
Yeah.
So, but moving forward, you're right. I'm going to be more hands-off and just overseeing everything and just have the contract.
I think in the long run, it's better to oversee, be the general contractor, because that's how you scale.
Yeah.
You can do like 3 or 4 jobs.
You got it.
You're doing it all. You can't do 4 jobs.
You cannot do that.
But
So
if you have projects, you can get one guy to go from house to house to house to house to house. You know.
Exactly.
And get a lot more done.
and you're right. But it's also due to people's comfort level. Some people can
True.
only focus on one house.
It's true. But it's good to focus on one first, because then
Yeah.
you see all the stuff. Maybe focus on one for the second one again, to see it all and get better, get
better.
formula
it'll take
better,
time.
and then you could start scaling that.
Exactly.
But really and truly, to me, it's about scaling, because one in one house, yeah, you could do that, but why don't you want 100,
Yeah.
200, 1,000?
And you're
It's
right.
possible if you could.
You're right, but then doing that requires more manpower, more you networking and getting
Yeah,
out
but
there to
that's why it
find
takes
the
time.
manpower.
You need to get the team.
So we have
to
three
network.
houses. You're gonna have to have three teams.
Not necessarily. You move the same team
Sure.
from one house
Yeah,
to the next house. To
Yeah.
the next house. To the next house. You get the next team in. It's like an assembly line.
You're right. That's right. Assembly line.
You don't necessarily need, if you have enough work, and you have work
Assembly
like that.
line. Yeah, you're right. I can't disagree on
Roofers,
that.
boom, boom, boom. This is siding, out, boom, 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 painting, boom. This is what you do. So,
So this is why I'm sitting here learning from you, because
Yeah.
you're experienced
yeah, but
and it shows.
I'm not there yet, though.
Well, as you
I'm not there yet.
feel. As you
I'm
feel.
getting there, but I'm not there yet.
Right now, within this 30 minutes, I've taken away a good amount of nuggets.
But don't worry. So we're gonna work together on the next one.
So-
All right, get it, Chris. But anyways, that's just a quick a session. Principal Evolution. Kevin Hood, Michael Chambers here in Dallas doing a fix and flip in Decatur, Georgia.
Rockstone
also in
Investments.
Memphis, Tennessee. Man, I'm in Gary, Indiana, Cleveland, Ohio, Toronto, Ontario, Chatham, Ontario, and soon around the world.
That's amazing.
Until next time.